What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Dragon's Corner. Today, we're going to cover FPS and ground mining, and whether there's a few options for this. You can choose the ATLS Geo like I have, which is a whole lot of fun, and at the time of this video, it's available only in Pledge. Really fun. Or you can do the Rock or the Rock DS or rolling or collector. And the methods remain exactly the same. So I'm going to use my Atlas because it's just fun. And what you're going to need is you're going to need the Atlas, like you see here, and then also you see behind me in the back of a Cuddy Blue, those two SCU boxes there. You need at least one SCU container. The Rock DS or the Atlas Geo does have these neat little things where you can open it up, and that's a 1/8 SCU container. As I'll show you in the video, all I do with this is I just go to open, and then I transfer the contents into my backpack, and then just put it into the SCU containers. That is kind of one of my nuanced ways that, oops, close that. That's one of my nuanced ways that I have found that it works the best. And you can, if you have like a cutter, which is kind of ideal if you're just starting out, that's kind of what you want to, like you could do that easy with 1 SCU containers. I have personally two SCU containers here, just in case I happen to find anything. Got space for extras as well, just in case I happen to find anything. So now, the next question is, where do you find them? Well, there's... Well, let's see what you can find here. Like, I personally hang around Hurston. Magda, Ida, Ariel, or Aberdeen all have the mineral we're looking for. And if you ever want kind of up-to-date information, I'll post the link below for all of the mineral information for which is the most valuable. They tell you roughly where to find the minerals, but also it's user updated, so it's called regolith.rocks. But you can either, let's see if we can find it. You'll presumably you're with a smaller ship. We'll see Hurston Wreck site. Here we go. So you could do like at VLRT and go to a cave where you'll find another set of minerals. The old set of minerals in there, plus one that could be rare. Or what you could just do is like I'm going to show you in a minute. Go to any point. I'll leave you to kind of figure out where exactly you want to go in the planets. I have my techniques. And what I mainly do is I fly to an OM point, go down to the planet surface, and then mine from there, which is what we're going to do. But like I said, you could just as easily take an LRT. VLRT, something that's easy, something that you can do very easy with a beginner ship, with a with a cutter or something like that. VLRT, like this here, VLRT, so show me one, maybe two small ships, and then go to a cave on Magda, and then you could do the cave. And the same kind of thing goes when you're hand mining, but the Atlas Geo could do both like the small hand mining and the vehicle, quote unquote, vehicle hand mining or vehicle mining. But we're just going to cover like the basics of your scanning and where to go. So join me for the journey as I head to Magda, because that's my favorite spot. And once I get down on Magda, and I'll explain what we're doing. All right, so we're at my location of choice on Magda. Like I said, I personally take the OM points and fly straight down to the planets, but you could go off POIs, whatever the case may be. Okay, so now I'm going to link a video and a card to how to in-depth scan to save trying to make this video super, super long. So basically, you want to hit V. Wait, or is it already in scanning mode? You want to hit V, and then you're going to want to adjust your scanning angle here, because by default, it starts at that. So that's going to give you 360-degree scan. We don't want that. We want 180, so just what's in front of our ship. And then you're going to hit tab, and the key bindings you'll have to find as well. But so you'll want to hit tab to look for your rocks. Okay, so there's a marker there. So now you see here 1820. 99% chance that is just a single asteroid. And how do we know it's a single asteroid? Well, they've changed the way the scanning works. Before, once you hit about 4K out, or if it was an asteroid, it would go into greater detail. But they've changed it now that based on the radar signature size, yeah, that's an asteroid. It changes. So anywhere between 4 and about 2 now. It'll do that. Now, if it's a larger deposit, it'll do that further out, like say about 4 kilometers. So just bear that in mind, because we're looking for. Now, I believe, because I'm still kind of figuring this out too, and I've had to help a few of my org mates. We're looking for multiples of 600, kind of like it used to be, but there's slight variations. And ultimately, much like when you're mining the old way, there's really only one of the new minables that you want to get to make it worth your while. And all that information is on the regolith.rock site, but that's 7,200. So basically what I do, I fly towards it, and if it's between 4 and 2K out, I look for bigger ones. So see, now that's a bunch of asteroids. So I'm not going to worry about that. This one here, I think it's at 11K. You see how those just changed? Now, see, 11K, 4K out, they changed. So that's asteroids. We don't want that. So just search around. Take your time. Just constantly pinging. And you'll find... I find that the ones that I generally look for like to spawn around mountains, much like Hadnite, which was the old mineable that's still available in caves. But the old mineable Hadnite like to spawn on or around hills. The new one, and I'm going to try to pronounce it, it's kind of the same to some degree, because every time that I have run into nice big deposits of it, it likes to be in the hills. So the other thing you want to kind of check on your servers, especially with it be if you're in a new patch, if the minables are scannable. So if when you shoot them with your laser and it stops at the rock and they highlight like that, that means they're scannable and mineable and interactable. You want to make sure you have that, because that's kind of important to make sure that that is indeed the case. Okay, so you see how with this one here, we're like 1K out? That should be, yes, there we go. Okay, so this is what a rock formation, or a gem formation looks like. Now, unfortunately, that's glassite. That is one of the cheapest minerals. We don't want that. The one we're looking for starts with an F, and I'll type it out there because it is a royal pain in the ass to pronounce, and I don't want to butcher it. Oh, there's another glassite too. Well, right? Well, that's what they look like, though. So it took a few minutes, but I finally found it. This is what you're looking for. Phenmeline? That's what you're looking for. That's kind of like the tier 1 of your vehicle minables that you can get without having to do the Hathor missions, which you need a big group for. Okay, so we just kind of comfortably get a spot nearby. Shut our engines off. And all this process is the same, whether you're doing hand mining. Now, hand mining you're doing in caves generally, so you're going to want to make sure you bring a weapon and an orbit mining tool, which is just an attachment for your multi-tool. Now, with this method that I do, with coming out to the OM point like I do, it makes it very difficult to for anybody to really find you. Not to say you can't be found, just the chances of being found, much like out in the Aran Belt, when you're asteroid mining. So you can leave your door open or very low. Okay, so then as you get out, you see. Okay, and then the rock, it'll highlight just the same. And what I like with the Atlas Geo is it's got jump pack. Just like that, see? So you can, if you're, that's the one advantage it's got over the rock. The rock does mine quicker. It's got a bigger mining head, or it's the same mining head, just it seemingly has the same power. But yeah. So now the bread and butter. So we've hit on it, we've scanned it. We want to bring the charge into this little window right here. So this is our laser power. So it starts off at 20. So we left click and we mouse. Now I've changed this. So it's not, I think by default it is like shift mouse wheel, but I've changed it just to straight mouse wheel. Make it easier. And then you see as it hits that green, it charges. And then it'll pop the rock. And my computer has a hard time with the way these rocks pop now, apparently. So don't mind that. And then we just wander over the next one. The other thing we want to worry about is up here. See how that little marker there goes into optimal? That's what I like to do. Just because that's the most even power distribution when you do hit it. Excuse me. So then I want to explain one other thing before I cut this clip. But I'll wait till I break this to show you. There we go. So what I recommend is you go through, break them all, and then you go and suck everything up all at once, just so it's that way there you're not trying to spend time cleaning it up. Okay, so now if you come down here, see under scan results, this, when you're doing this type of mining, isn't as crucial, but I will link the how to full mine, vehicle mine video in my in a card. But the resistance represents how hard it's going to be to break the rock, and the instability is how much that power is going to fluctuate. So different materials have different properties. So just bear that in mind. And as you go along and as you practice, you'll see the difference. And also the charge window, that green window there, will be a bit different on each one. But anyways, I'm going to break all these up and I'll be right back. So we have cleared all of the rocks, I think. And now I just hit tab and then see all these gems all over the place. Yes, they're all over the place. So I'm gonna left control and mouse click, left mouse. It's here. And then I generally just start from the furthest and work my way towards the ship. And then we just tap our left mouse again. Start sucking these buggers up. Now I don't worry about like getting them all, but I do try to get the bulk of them. So I'll chase down like the large clusters of them. And you don't have to be right on it, but it, you know, just got to be kind of close. And if you notice, I'm always within view of my ship, just in case anybody happens to come in. So I can make a mad dash out. Now, like I said, you can do this at any ship that can carry the ATLS. And I would recommend, if you can, getting heavy armor as well, so that you have a nice big backpack like I do. I specifically have a like a mining suit for mining in hot weather, but it also doubles as heavy armor. So, and you see on the bottom left there, as we're going along, it's just filling us up. I just keep tabbing to pick up, and this is how I do it. I just kind of go around the outside and work my way in and pick up all your stragglers as they go along. So this is where, now there's stark differences between the rock and this, because the Atlas here, are you secretly full? Like, what's going on here? I think you are, even though you're not. So, as you can see, it's not perfect. You know, if it just stops sucking up, you come back to the back of the Atlas, and then hold F to open, and then I just grab that. All I did was I just left clicked and shift, or left shift and clicked, I should say. Close it back up, get back in. Now I wait until my backpack's full to do this, and like I say, sometimes it gets bugged at that much. Other times it actually works the way it's supposed to. So that's you know, that's like one of the little nuanced things I've figured out. That sometimes it'll fill up to 100%, other times it won't. I think it all depends on the instance of the Atlas. And I just know when I take that when I only take that 77 units, I can fit another full load if it gives me another full load. And then you just go and suck it up. And I'll show you what to do once you have all this sucked up. I got my backpack full. You can either take your Atlas back to, or your rock. The rock handle, there's a little button at the back to hit. So just come to your storage container. And then you just left shift and click, and there. Now I got 8%. Now this is a 2 SCU container. And the reason why I take this stuff, because this stuff sells for 350 at least K per SCU. So that's a 2 SCU container, so I have 20% of an SCU already. But anyways, as you can tell, it's not quite perfect. So it bugs to work out, but it works well enough. And then you just keep sucking up until this whole thing's done. So what I'll do is I will venture to get one full SCU of this stuff, and I'll show you what we do with it at that point. After a good number of bugs, multiple deaths, and a lot of frustration, I was going to get a full SCU to show you guys how much a full SCU sells for, but this was about 25% full. And it equates to 317 of the feminiline. Anyways. Yeah, so basically, through the help of some friends and everything else, this has ended up into my inventory, because you have to have stuff into your inventory. And I've opened it, but you can't sell just from your inventory, from the boxes. You have to move it into the local inventory, much like when you're doing cargo selling, to sell. Okay, so now that that's finished, the next thing that we need to do, because you can sell at various HDMSs. Now you can sell at various HDMSs, or all of the asynchronous stations. So like Everest, Virginie Point, Tressler, and Seraphim, that kind of stuff. You lose a little bit per SCU according to the regolith.rocks, which again, link in the description below. But this is a little safer, and you know it's going to work. So what we need to do is we need to go into the Galleria and up to the admin center. And there's a bit of a nuance to selling too that I've discovered last night. And what it is it only lets you sell like 250 at a time. So if like I had like something like 3,000 last night that I had, and it was I know you guys are gonna gripe about my frame rate. Servers are crap. The server's on its way out. But we need to go to the admin. You can also sell at the planets as well, like at the TDD at the planets. But what we need to do is come here to the commodity shop. Because I tried this. You cannot sell it to the boxes. You have to drop it into the local inventory. Right? 317 units. See, it says 357k per SCU. We do not have anywhere near that. We have like a quarter of an SCU. But hey, it's actually let me sell 317 all at once. Okay. But what I was having a problem with last night was it was only letting me sell 200 at a time. So if that happens, just keep processing through your orders and it will eventually move. Now, I've always found it gives me this error here, but it's not an error because I end up having the money in my Mobi. All right. Well, thanks a lot for watching. I hope this guide helped you. If it did, leave a like and a follow and comment down below what little secrets you have, what little tricks you have. I don't have a rock in game, so I can't do a comparison side by side. I probably could buy one if that's something you guys wanted. But let me know in the comments down below if that is indeed something that that you wish me to do a video on. But thank you very much for watching, everybody, and have yourselves a great day.